All right, so let's get this party started. I love seeing all these awesome people here. Welcome. Okay, aloha everyone and welcome. This is Amanda Moxley and I am so excited and delighted to introduce you all or reacquaint you all to the one and only Michelle Barr. Today we're going to give a really powerful training where I'm going to be interviewing Michelle. Michelle, I'll go ahead and introduce her and then I'm going to go ahead and share what we're going to cover today. So Michelle Barr is the speaker coach for spiritual entrepreneurs, helping you to monetize your soul's expression and to speak for your business to attract more and better clients. Up-level your income and make the impact you are here to make. Michelle also provides you with the business systems to create the online presence and platform that gets you clients when you speak. So welcome, Michelle. Yay.
Hi, thank you. It's great to be here.
Oh, I know. It's so good to have you. So what we're going to do, let me go ahead and share with you all what we're covering today in Michelle's, in my interview with her. Okay, so here's what we're doing. So we're going to share with you the formula that gets you being pursued rather than pursuing. Ways to build a personality branded platform based on your uniqueness through speaking and sharing your unique voice. Ways to bring together your unique combination that creates a distinct contribution for you to bring to the marketplace and the world. Questions you want to be able to answer to engage your audience. And all the ways you speak for your business to get your dream clients running toward you with their hands raised. Learn to accelerate your income and impact by learning how to speak for your business during Michelle's exclusive interview. We clearly have a ton to cover. We're going to give you all that we've got in the time that we have. And Michelle has also prepared a really valuable, juicy branding kit. And do you want to just give that link really quick, Michelle, just in case people are, wanting to dive into that right now and get, see you online as well?
Yes, I do. I have a free gift for you. I have a free gift for you at personalitybrandkit.com. I bundled together everything you need to shift into building a personality brand for yourself and experiencing the power of building and growing your business this way. It's at personalitybrandkit.com.
Okay, that sounds good. Okay, cool. So, Michelle, let's just get started. I want to know from you, what is the formula that gets you being pursued rather than pursuing clients and people? What is that formula? How do we do it?
Yes, it's great because this is what really turned it around for me. When people show up on the phone and message you and they're already ready to work with you and they show up ready to hire you and you have not been pursuing them, you've been putting your valuable content out into the world and they are consuming it and they show up already mostly sold. It starts with a very clear message, a clear call to action, and a clear offer. And you speak for your business. You learn to speak for your business, provide value, have a clear call to action that tells them what to do next. Mm-hmm. And what to do next is you want to either get them onto your list with a free gift or schedule them into a complimentary consultation to get them on the phone with you. And you want to identify a formula of then, now, and how.
Okay.
You are a solution to a problem they already know they have, and you have a lead story. Your dream clients have a problem, and they're looking for the solution. And this is, I was then, this is what's going on now, and I am the solution because I have the how for you.
Okay. All right. So you need to get a lot of clarity then on all of that goodness. Okay. So the formula, like to break it down. Okay. So you need to have the clarity. You need to know exactly, and then you have to get them to your list or to a consult. So how do we actually do that? How do we get them on our list or get them to a strategy session without pursuing them?
When you learn When you learn how to speak for your business, you are 90% putting valuable content out into the marketplace. So you're doing this through your email, through your website, through Facebook Lives, through video, through your value posts. You're learning to be very clear and lead with one clear message, and then you create that clear call to action, and on the other end of that, you have a clear offer. And you're speaking them directly about the gap and where you can take them from where you were then to where you are now, and that you have the how for that. And it's creating a free gift that gives a lot of value. The whole thing about being pursued rather than pursuing is I'm giving 90% value and then a call to action in everything I do, a 10% call to action. And you're always offering and inviting, but first you're feeding them and nurturing them and serving them and then gathering them around you. And then you offer and invite them onto your list, into conversation with you, and then into paid offers.
Okay, I love that. And I know that you have like your own unique story of how you were able to do this. Can you share a little bit about that with us?
Yes, once I learned to build that personality brand and to lead with that people are buying you and they're buying your energy. And I saw out there so many people selling coaching, and in my world, people selling healing and selling coaching and hiding behind modalities and processes. And that bogs people down, and that's not really what they care about. They want to know your powerful story as it relates to them so that you can get them where they're wanting and needing to be. And people are trying to sell products and services and processes and modalities, and people are wanting to buy solutions to problems they already know they have. So there's a lot of esoteric language and a lot of general language. And when I learned to, first of all, use speaking for my business and get out there and start speaking both live and online to tell the story and to provide extreme value, and then very clear with a path of how they can work for me. It changed everything for me. I was able to double my income in less than 12 months and then build a really solid six-figure business. And the difference was things like branding myself as Michelle Barr as a public figure with a point of view and a clear message and a solution, rather than hiding behind all the other pieces of that. And it changed everything. Then you develop a following and you create that value, and people start running toward you with their hands raised, because then they understand what you have for them.
Yeah, I love that. And so you were really sort of general before, and then what you do, you specialize in helping spiritual-based entrepreneurs. And so what you're saying is that these people would hide behind their modality of like, you know, I'm an angel coach or a Reiki practitioner or I'm a massage therapist, and that's how, but is that what you're saying? And then you help them brand themselves, that because people are buying them, you're not saying, okay, well, you're just a massage therapist or just a therapist, you are this person. Is that right?
Exactly. People were trying to sell these modalities. They get certified in, they're excited about them, or they become a coach and they spend so much time. What kind of coach am I going to call myself? And then how am I going to sell coaching when really that's not what sells? And so being able to step out and be very clear in what you do for them made the difference. And when I can help people shift out of, I'm certified in this and this and this, and I've got all these credentials, and do you want to buy Reiki? And even like you brought up massage therapy, acupuncture, chiropractic, a lot of those are my clients. They have this wealth of knowledge and information, and that's what people are buying. And once they can package that and sell a transformation, so the other piece of that is people were also selling their time, $1 a minute, $60 an hour, and people are looking for a package transformation, and they're looking for you. So if you lined up a bunch of coaches or Reiki practitioner or whatever it is, what makes each one different? They each have a story, and they each serve specific people with specific problems. And when you can bring that forward, people identify and they start raising their hands and coming to you instead of someone else.
Right. So what are some questions you want to be able to answer okay, hold on. So I completely agree with this. You got to package it and you got to create the transformational package of that's creating the outcome of the results that they want, and you're solving a solution. So what are some ways, because one of our bullet points here is, what are all the ways you speak for your business to get your dream clients running forward towards you with their hands raised? Like, what are all those ways that you speak for your business to get them running towards you?
When people think about being a speaker, a lot of times they feel this call to get on stage, or we see people speaking at live events. And I spoke at your live event just a few months ago, and live events
it was just last month.
Very fast and easy way, as
yeah.
you know.
Right.
And at the same time, live events is not the only way you're speaking for your business. You're speaking for your business all the time. So I want people to realize when you learn the skills for speaking for your business, you're doing that live on stage, but also webinars, teleclasses, telesummits, radio shows, through your email, through your website, and Facebook is a power tool for this. Facebook Lives, videos, and value posts. And so every time you do any of these things, you're speaking for your business, and you want to apply the same principles of providing that 90% value, having a call to action. I see people getting on Facebook Lives and posting, and they're kind of all over the place. And they're not providing that structure and that value, and they're not giving a call to action, and then you get a lot of fans and followers, but people don't know what to do next.
No, yeah, exactly. So you want to give them a clear, distinct path of the call to action of what is next. I love it. Okay, so then what are some ways to build a personality branded platform based on your uniqueness through speaking and sharing your voice?
It's really about getting clear on what makes you special, what sets you apart from others that are doing things that are similar to what you do.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a variety of things, but you're going to start kind of with that formula of where you were then, where you are now, and how you got there and how you can help other people. And your ideal clients are often just two steps behind you, and they just want to get from where they are to where they perceive that you are. And when you realize that, you want to really dig deep and drill down into what makes you unique and special. And one of those is your personal, powerful story. And we all have a variety of stories, but you will have a lead story so that the people that have a very similar story will resonate, and they'll start hearing you through that crowd of all the people that are out there speaking. You identify that lead story that draws people in. You look at your life experiences, your personal history, your strengths, your gifts, and your skills. And you have a promise. You have a unique point of view and message. And speaking for your business builds on that promise that just like everyone else that does things similar to me and does things similar to you in our businesses, you really come through with your unique perspective, and then people relate to your energy, your personality, and your stories. And the more you can lead with that and stop hiding behind all those modalities and processes and credentials, and also being too esoteric and too general because people are afraid to leave anybody out. I found when you were talking about that change for me, when people started turning and running toward me with their hand raised, is I really drilled down, and instead of being so broad and doing these other things I'm talking about, I picked one lane, and I said, I am the business coach for intuitive women. And I would go out to events and I would speak online, and people could identify that, and suddenly they're running out of a crowd of 1,000, my couple of hundred. And it tells real quickly. People are afraid to pick a lane and commit because they don't want to leave anybody out.
Right.
But it also then, you're everything for everybody.
Yeah. Right. And you're gonna, what do they say? Broad is broke. And specific is a niche. And so for you, you really declared that you are the business coach for spirit or intuitive women. And then out of a crowd of 1,000, they identified. I call that like howling in your tribe. You're like a wolf and you're howling them in. So this is good. Okay, I love it. So you howled them in. You got specific.
I love that. Yes.
Thank you. So I love it. And the thing is, I think people, they're afraid to actually be themselves. It's like, or they're, like you said, they're afraid to pick one and commit to one because they don't want to leave people out. So what would you say to someone who is like that? And, even to your past self who didn't want to pick it because you were nervous about leaving people out? What would you say to them?
It is, and especially as helpers and healers, I see it more than ever because I'm working with a group of speakers right now that are helpers and healers, and they say, but I have things that work on everything for everybody.
Right.
And I'm trying to help them drill down to something for somebody. And the example was so powerful that when I saw it, it helped motivate me to get out of that being stuck, because I spoke at a big event where there was another coach who does these big things and even had more money results than me. And out of that 1,000, when I said I am the business coach for intuitive women and here's what I do, and it was so clear, they came running out of that crowd and became my clients. Instead of trying to just be up against her, and it was only, well, she makes $1 million and I don't.
Right.
So it's really, I saw how powerful those people that came running, and then it's polarizing because it also, there were people in that crowd who heard me say that and said, oh, well, then I want nothing to do with that. I'm out of that. But that's good because when you're polarizing, you're repelling some people, but that's how you're really drawing in your people. And so what I would tell people, the money results are so profound and astounding, and you're not married to something. Pick a lane.
Pick a lane.
Pick one thing to lead with. It will be really related to your personal lead story, and then all the things that make up who you are and who you most want to serve. I see, and you probably see this too, people get stuck on who am I supposed to serve, who am I meant to serve, and they don't realize you choose who you most love to serve and then be willing to take a stand and pull those people in, but they're afraid to leave everybody else behind. Meanwhile, they're not speaking to anyone by speaking to everyone.
Oh, this is so good. So good. Niche it out is what Denise is saying. Niche it out. What if you have 3 niches? How do I niche times 3 is what she's saying. So, how would you answer that? Because the way I have an answer to that, but how would you, if you have 3, I guess, Denise, write out what your 3 niches are, but, and then that will give us a little bit more background. But
yeah, that could be helpful.
Yeah, have her write it out. Type it in
And I
here.
would love to hear yours too, because I get that a lot too.
Yeah.
People have credentials and certifications in all kinds of things, and I do an exercise with them where they'll write it all out. How do I pull these together? And there's still going to be one lead. Now, if you're trying to serve 3 really distinctly different markets, then I believe you pick one and you lead with it and you go with it, and once you have a following, you can then, as a theme or a program or for a time, you can come in with other things. But again, it gets really confusing. What you're able to do, depending on what her 3 are, is show people how to weave together, like this is what I lead with. I'm the business coach for intuitive women, and I teach this.
Right.
But then you're weaving in all these other parts of you. Because I'm actually an intuitive and an energy healer. But I don't sell those as sessions. But I've woven it in that my business clients get intuitive and energy healing work as part of that package of transformation. So you look at how you can weave it all together, but you've really got to pick one and lead. What are your feelings on that?
So Denise says hormone boot camp, which is live in person, and a golf fitness. So I would say I agree with you. I would agree that you weave it in, and I also say that the way I look at it, looks like I have three main offers. And so the way I look at it, I think of myself, like Michelle was saying, your ideal client is two steps behind you. Like you're in kindergarten, you're in third grade and they're in first grade. And so what I would do is I would speak, but when I create offers or programs, I speak to different levels of Amanda. So I've been doing this business since 2005, so a long time, but I would say, okay, I'm speaking to Amanda 2009 and who wanted to get to six figures. And then I also have another program for Amanda already at 2012 who wanted to go to multiple six figures. So I have a different program for her. And then I have another program for like 2016 Amanda, right? So I would just speak, the language would be different, but the client is on a client journey from A to Z, and depending on what their entry point is. But I would say for I want to charge significantly more for online. Yeah, so I would say, Denise, that you would have your online. I mean, I think that it's Hormone Boot Camp live and Hormone Boot Camp in person. So those are two things. And then golf fitness. I mean, you're a fitness pro, so and physical trainer. So I would just say that those are just two different kinds of people. But people who also have hormone issues probably are golfers too. So I would just really emphasize.
Exactly. That's kind of where I would go with it. That if you had three practitioners to choose from, and one is a busy executive, and one is an athlete or with sports and golf, and one has some other story, that's where your personal story comes in. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go toward the one that knows a lot about me and that I can relate to. And so you could really target those golf women with hormone issues and how they're into fitness and they're trying to feel better, and then hormones keep them from feeling their best and performing their best. And so you can lead with that because you're weaving in, oh, I work with people with hormone issues and I love golf. And so in building that personality brand, you weave all of those in. Just like you've woven in, you love traveling with your family to Hawaii. It's part of what you're selling, and people are drawn to that dream if they have that dream.
Mm-hmm. Right. So you're 100% you. You share all of you. 90% of the time you're giving value and content and support, and then you're also going and you're making a call to action and you're selling. And it's not even like selling, you're serving. Okay.
And I would tell people,
yeah.
Yes, I would tell people, make sure you have a call to action in everything you do, because people need to be invited or offered or told what to do next, or they just walk away, oh, that was great, but you end up with fans and followers, but not people taking next action and working with you.
So everything you do, you bring them towards a free gift or a free consultation or to your next training or to, a paid program. Exactly. I love it. And I like to do that through just.
Yeah. So you always.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yes. You always have a built-in call to action, because you're always leading people to a free gift or a webinar like this or something like that, and you're inviting them onto a strategy session. And then you can do specific ones where you're saying, I have this workshop, or I have 3 places open in my private client program, whatever that is. But you always have a built-in call to action, and you always want to call people closer.
Well, and I love this too, because it's like if you were a business and you weren't selling something every day, like let's say you go to Whole Foods or to the smoothie bar or whatever, like they're in business, they're selling and they're offering and they're even upselling. Like, would you like fries with that? Or, I mean, everywhere you go, people, anywhere, they're always trying to upgrade you to the next level. So, and it's about service. So you continue to ask and offer. Okay. So valuable. And I know like some people are hopping onto the live stream. Tell us where we can get your free gift one more time, because I think that was this little branding kit you put together is really special.
I have a free gift for you at personalitybrandkit.com. So I've put together a bundle of things that will help you shift into building a personality brand for yourself and experiencing the power of building and growing your business that way. And I show you what I did and how it changed everything for me. And then I've added a few of my really powerfully practical, and spiritually rich tools, and that is at personalitybrandkit.com.
Okay, thank you. I love that. And I love your branding too. Like, in your website, by the way, it's just really succinct and professional, and
Thank you.
And like, this is just like a perfect example because Michelle, you spoke, about competition, right? You spoke at my event and you're like, it was a couple months ago. It was literally a month ago today. Well, no, tomorrow. It hasn't even been a whole month. I can't believe it. It feels like 10 years ago. But, and when you first decided to speak at the event, I was like, well, I looked at your website. I'm like, she could be direct. You are pretty much direct competition because we both teach people how to speak, and we teach people how to create their signature story and their seminar story and their programs and packages. And yet it is different because you are unique to you, and you are, and I have a different story. It's like, so I love this collaboration for all of you who might think that, oh, well, everyone else is doing that, or I can't do this because she's doing this. Just want to allow everyone to stretch out into abundance and collaboration versus competition. And so just wanted to add that.
Very much, yes.
Yeah. All right. So what are some questions you want to be able to answer to engage your audience?
The first thing that I really have clients answer that I had to answer for myself are these 3 questions that seem really basic. It is, who do I say that I am? What do I say that I do? And who do I say that I serve? And you really want to get those 3 because that's when I was giving the example.
Oh, we lost her. Michelle, call me back. Call me back! So, okay, wait, I just hung up. What am I thinking? Hold on. This is live, folks. Don't worry. Weird. Technical snafu.
Welcome to the conference.
Okay, Michelle's back
Please
on.
enter the conference ID. Thank you. Moderator ID accepted. All guests are currently muted. To unmute all guests, press 9. For help with host options, press *0. You will now be connected with the conference.
I stood up and I said, I am the business coach for intuitive women. And nobody granted that to me, and then I had to live up to it and deliver. And then I had to say, what do I say that I do, and who do I say that I serve? And that's where I had to really pick a lane.
So what are those questions? Michelle, what are those questions one more time? Who am I?
Who do I say that I am? What do I say that I do? Who do I say that I serve?
Okay.
And to give you a really powerful example of that, this is what got me past the $50,000 stuck place I was into 6 figures and doubled my income in less than 12 months. When I was willing to take a stand, I'd been all over the place trying to be everything for everybody and kind of hiding the intuitive piece. I have a lot of people in my community and yours too that we don't fully come out with those gifts. Mm-hmm. And in just a few short sentences, when I said I am the business coach for intuitive women, helping you turn your life's calling into a profitable business you love, again, I answered those 3 questions, and it was so clear because, again, it's polarizing. When I led with helping you turn your life's calling, people in my community come running because they feel like they have a life's calling and they can't monetize it. At the same time, there are people going, oh, I just need to make money to send my kids to college. I just need to run a business. I just want to have a business that makes a lot of money. So when I say life's calling, they're out.
Right.
And it allows those other people to come in. That's what I want people to see. And people get, you'll see people unsubscribing or moving away from you, and people get freaked out about that. But that's when the people ran toward me double.
I love it. So everyone, write these questions down. these might be in your gift as well, but who do I say that I am? What do I say I do? And who do I say I serve? So get clear on those, pick a lane, people, and then you will be pursued versus you going out there and, having to chase and to like, a lot of times, have you ever noticed? I remember when I first started out a long time ago, I was at this family function and I introduced myself and the guy's like, okay, well, what do you do? And I was like, blah, 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 scabadoo. And I had no idea what to say.
Yeah.
And I remember my dad was like, you need to work on your elevator speech, you need to get this dialed. So, and this is so amazing, just your own personal story with this. This is what took you from 50K a month, stuck at that to over 6 figures. So, this is beautiful. So these are the questions to ask. In order to get the people running.
So important.
Yeah, to engage
So
it.
important as you're bringing up, because again, when you start going off in this long blown out thing, I used to do that all the time,
Yeah.
especially in networking or at events when I was meeting people. And then I've lost people before I get to the point. You need to lead with the point. People need to know why they care before they're going to listen. And so you want to just hit it right away. So when you're talking about those questions, those are the 3 I start with so that you can speak for your business, and you want to be front and center with those all the time, and they're so identifiable. People either say, I'm totally in or I'm out.
Yeah.
Then when you step on stage or when you do your Facebook Live, people want to know 3 things. They want to know, who are you, what do you have, and why do I care? So again, you want to get so clear. I see people get on Facebook Live. It is an opportunity right now to sell and get clients like crazy, and people just get on there and ramble, and they don't have a clear call to action. And you've got to establish right away, what do you have for people? What solution are you to problems people already know they have and they're looking for? And you have to establish, why do I care? For instance, I was taught this tip early on that even when you're introducing yourself to someone or you're speaking in front of a group, you don't ever start your talk by saying, I'm Michelle Barr. People will not be able to retain your name until they know it's important to them. So you grab them first, and they have to know, why do they care and what do you have? And then you bring your name in at the end, and then if they're wanting it, they're writing your name and your website down. Too many people lead just like they lead with, well, I do Reiki, and I do tarot card readings and massage, whatever it is.
Yeah.
That doesn't tell people anything, because they can find 100 of those.
Amen to that. I love it. Okay, so who are you? What do you have? Like, what's the solution? Is that what you mean there? And why do I care?
Yes. And why do I care? You've got to let them know right away. You see all the noise out there and the information, and especially like, here's another example with Facebook Live. Those pop up in people's feeds, and people hop on in a second, or when they're watching your video or your value post. Value post is another one that a lot of people are not using to speak for your business. I'm getting tons of results. When you step in there, and instead of a classified ad and selling, you are giving 90% value and then one call to action for them to connect with you, to private message you, or to get a free gift or get on a call with you. And again, it's providing that value, and people comment, and then you see that they're interested. And so many people are just kind of rambling. And if you can get really focused on this, what we're talking about, then you do everything for it. I don't feel like I'm speaking for my business only when I get on your stage at your event. I am speaking for my business in everything I do all day long, and it needs to be consistent.
Yeah, consistent is everything. Now, do you do Facebook ads?
I do. I don't know those as well, and so I've started working with those, because those are they're just so powerful and they're so effective.
Right.
And I want to get into more of that.
Right. But the thing is, you've been able to build your business to 6 figures without costly Facebook ads. And you've been able to build your personality brand and a platform through speaking, but not just speaking on a stage, but also all the time. Okay. I love it. So just to get clear, when you actually are saying, who are you and why do you have, what do you have? What do you have and why do I care? Can you give us an example of what you're actually doing or say, like, give us an example of that, how you would share that?
Okay, so an example would be that when you're stepping out and you're saying, I am the business coach for intuitive women, I help you turn your life's calling from an expensive hobby into a profitable business you love. In 2 sentences, I've told you who I am and who I serve without going into credentials and my name, and I'm certified in all these modalities.
Right.
I tell you what I have for you and why do you care. So the people who love me want an intuitive coach because they are intuitives or think they might be. They have an expensive hobby, and that's one of their pain points. They feel like it's their life's calling. They now know they need it to be profitable, and they have to love it or they're not going to do it.
Right.
At the same time, there are lots of people looking for coaches out in the world that none of those points that I spoke to, they don't want any of that, and so then they're out.
Okay, got it.
My people really relate. And I said it in 2 sentences instead of a long, drawn-out thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just like when you get on stage, you want to really hook people in with something compelling,
Yeah.
either a startling statistic or a personal story that will directly relate to them, or ask them a question if it's open-ended and not something they can just say yes or no, because you've got only minutes to catch
Right.
their attention. And so again, too many people in the beginning of Facebook Live fiddle around and just start rambling, and then people are jumping off. Got to catch them. Like you right away on this told people what value was going to be provided and who we were, so they knew why do I care, so then they'll stay on the line. What do we have for them? Who are we and why do they care? And you laid it out right up front.
Awesome. And I know some people are like, they're literally, I hear it all the time, they're scared to pick a lane. And I know that you have opened up, super generous, you've opened up your calendar and you're going to walk some people through. I know you only have like 10 real available spots, but do you want to tell us a little bit about what it would look like if we hopped on the phone? Because, we've given a lot. You've given a lot, and obviously you're really good at this, and having your hand held through working with you would help. So tell us a little bit about working with you in a strategy session.
So I've opened up 10 spaces for people following this event that we're doing. Speak for Your Business Strategic Vision Session, and you can go to talkwithmichellebarr.com, talkwithmichellebarr.com, and you can go to my website under contact also and fill out a form for that. Really, I get on the phone with you, I listen to what you have going on, and I'm a systemic thinker, so I can take all the pieces and help you see how to pull that together into a personality brand and how to start answering some of these questions. Because I'm energetic and intuitive, I also see and feel the energy in words you're speaking and where you're really aligned. So in that time that we spend together, I can really help you see how to use speaking for your business as a strategy, but to even get clearer on drilling down so that you can pick a lane, so you can see how to do this. And depending on where you are, if you're already clear on that, then we would look at strategies for speaking for your business or where you can tighten that up.
I love that. I think it's so valuable. And I obviously am a big fan of coaching, and I invested in it myself because we need the handholding. You can't see the blind spot. And it sounds to me like when you actually made that shift, that's when things shifted for you. So that people who haven't picked their lane, they're not clear. And I really love what you're saying here. Like a lot of people think when speaking, it's just speaking on stage, but you're talking about just even through Facebook and through social media and teleseminars and telesummits, et really getting your word out there so they know you are that beacon of light and they know exactly who you are and how to talk with you. Cool. All right. So
Yes, and I love what you
Yeah.
Oh,
Go ahead.
to say I love what you brought up earlier about it was all done organically. This is something you can do very organically when you realize you're speaking for your business all the time and you're consistent and you learn how to do it.
I love that. I know. And then it's without costly Facebook ads and hard to figure out, because if you're doing Facebook ads, you have to have a Facebook. I mean, I do them too, but you also have like a Facebook manager to run them for you. So it's like you are that front runner.
Oh, yeah.
You are the front runner. So my last question here is, what are some ways to bring together, and let me know if we answered this, but it's always good to refresh, ways to bring together your unique combination that creates a distinct contribution for you to bring to the marketplace in the world.
I love how you brought up about working with coaches and getting coaching on this, because this is hard to see yourself. There are all kinds of exercises you can do. I also am always investing in coaching and getting that help myself, because you're really getting clear on what sets you apart from others that are in your marketplace and maybe even in the same lane, just like you were talking about us.
Right.
And so what makes you different? It's your energy. People are buying you and your energy, and they're following your life. People are looking at hiring somebody that is being who they want to be, doing what they want to do, and having what they want to have. So again, that's what people are looking for. You want to be showing. Some people are saying, oh my gosh, I don't know how Amanda takes her little kids and her husband and they get to spend time in Hawaii, but that's my dream. I'm going to find out because she can teach me how to do it. Then they come in your world, then they find out all you do and all you offer. Like at your live event, you were with people long enough. I got to see layers of you and what you do that makes you you and why people invest in you. Mm-hmm. And so it's really having somebody work with you on those personal, powerful stories. And then within that, I had all kinds of stories. I had to pick a lead story to call in those people to me that I wanted to work with and look at my life experiences and weave together my intuitive work, my energy healing, my strategic mind, my business, and then all the strengths, gifts, and skills, and looking at really your ideal clients are just two steps behind you. And I love how you said, Amanda, at different stages. You're so clear on that. That's a tool people can use right now. Who am I talking to? I use that tool too. Oh, I'm talking to Michelle when she started her business and had an expensive hobby.
Right.
Now I'm talking to Michelle when she saw that person on stage and wanted to get on stage. And it's really getting so clear on that. And then using that formula of, where were you then? Where are you now? And you are selling the how of that. Have a promise.
I love that. You're selling the
and
how.
really seeing what makes you special and unique, because that unique combination creates that contribution that you step into the marketplace. And if you want to make it and be pursued and be paid, you've got to step into the marketplace, clear to people up front what your unique contribution is, so you don't blend in with every other business coach.
Yeah,
out there.
It's so good. And I really believe that all of us we have this, like I feel that in my heart. We have a unique patterning and coding, and we are created, I'm super spiritual, but we were created in the likeness and image of God. And so we are uniquely coded down to our fingerprints and our toe prints and our palms, and that a lot of people get on here, right? Is it just me that are like, well, I got to do it that way, or I have to do it that way, or, and I love what you're saying here. And I've got chills, is like, it's about this personality brand and that you are enough and you are worthy and your ideal clients want you. Like I remember like being at one of my masterminds, and this is already me at a, multiple six-figure Amanda, and like being like, well, I should be more like this person. And then I go to my, my clients, and my clients are saying, this is what I want. Like, this is my intention. This is what I need, from this time together. And I'm like, you just need that? Like, I could do that all day long in my sleep without me having to be someone else. I can be just myself. And that is what my clients really, really need and want and desire. And it's just such a refreshing breath of fresh air that you just get to be yourself, but be consistent. So,
you just brought up the biggest the biggest piece of that. It is. We take for granted what we could do all day long that people already come to us for, and then we go, what? That's what you would pay the most for? Well, I can do that.
Yeah, like, and then you're like, and then it's actually really, really easy. It's really easy because, but we think it has to be hard and complicated, but it really can just be really easy. I love it. So, you've got a lot of fans on here. Carla is saying she loves you. Hi, Carla. So Michelle, I know that some people, I know you've even brought together like an offer where you can actually work with us one-on-one. Can you tell us a little bit about that and where to find out more? Besides the one-on-one, like
you
just,
and I were talking about,
yeah.
Some people will really want to get the free gifts. Some people will want to get on the phone, but some people who know they're ready for this and want this now is I've put together an offer for people for this call, and you can find it at speakforyourbusinessbootcamp.com, speakforyourbusinessbootcamp.com, and it's me working in a 30-day Speak for Your Business boot camp. I've done some of these this year. They're great. It's private, one-to-one coaching, weekly one-hour calls, weekly exercises and supplemental materials, and then feedback from me on what you're creating. And your investment for this is $500. I'm leaving this open for you as an offer for 10 days. I like people to get inspired and take inspired action and jump on what they need. We're going to discover your unique message, identify who you are speaking to and the words to use to talk to them, craft your signature talk, create your offer, and then help you with what strategies out of all the strategies I know are best for you to speak for your business online and offline, and then tools for helping you get booked as a speaker.
Cool.
That is at speakforyourbusinessbootcamp.com.
That sounds really good. And that's completely one-on-one. And then are there guidebooks or the trainings? Is that how you deliver that content, or is it?
Yes.
Okay.
There are we meet weekly for an hour, and then there are weekly exercises and materials you work on, and then I give you feedback on that, and each builds on the next one to get you to this place where you come out of the 30 days very clear and ready to step into the marketplace as a unique contribution.
That's a really beautiful offer and very, very generous of you. So speakforyourbusinessbootcamp.com. That sounds really good. Well, let's just go.
Speak for Your Business Bootcamp.
Okay, speakforyourbusinessbootcamp.com. And I just posted that in the Facebook Live that I posted all your links in there because I just think you're super, you've been on this path for a long time. And what I really find that is super cool and unique about you is that you are that systematic thinker, and how you see things in systemic, thank you. And you see things in those systems, and then you're also that intuitive woo-woo. You get us woo-woos, and then, but you can like break it down, and then you're so clear on like you're going to hold people's feet to the fire that you've got to pick a lane and you have to commit and you've got to do this and, help them through their limiting beliefs and fears about actually showing up fully as them. So let's just go ahead and review. And are there any questions for Michelle or even me? Any questions about, you can press *2 if you're on the webcast. You can also type your question in the webcast, and we're happy to take, the final 10 minutes or so of our time together to answer those questions for you. Press *2 on the live cast, or type it in the live stream here. So, I think just to summarize, go ahead, Michelle, why don't you go ahead and just summarize all that we've covered here today in conclusion. Oh, wait, we've got a hand, though. You know what? I'll take the hand. I'm going to take the hand up. Okay, this is looking like someone in New York. Hi, who's this?
This is Sharon.
Hi, Sharon. Welcome.
Thank you. My question is, when I go to Personality Brand Kit, the link for Michelle's free gift, and submitted my email and name, it took me to her her 5 core issues in your bigger fear. Is that what was supposed to come up?
You will get, that is one of the pieces of that kit. You will get that, and then you will get my income and impact acceleration formula. So I help you build the personality brand and then do the inner work to support it. So yes, there is a method to that, and you'll get both of those pieces, and then you'll see how they fit together.
Cool.
Oh, okay, because I already have the 5 core issues, and that wasn't what I was expecting. I was looking for the personality brand kit. So, thank you.
I think it's a combination.
Okay. Well, you will have that in your email, the personality brand kit, and then it will tell you how to use the 5 core issues if you already have that. But you will get the acceleration formula. And you can also reach out to me and message me if you're not seeing it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, cool. All right. Good
you.
question. Cool. All right. So any other questions, press *2 or type them in the webcast. Polly says just one kind of question. How do decide your fee? How do we decide your fee? That's a good question. It's a long question, or a long answer. But
That is.
Yeah.
It is. Well, and how it relates to what we've been talking about that comes up for me the most is that you actually can figure your fee out better and really come in at your highest value and highest level of service when you create a personality brand, because I got more clients but also a higher level of client and what I was being paid. And when you're starting out, you look at money goals and then you look at what you can sell. So the other piece about setting your fees is once you have that clear message and that clear path and you're a solution to a problem, people will buy from you faster and more than when you're just general or too esoteric. So you have these clear offers and a clear path, and you'll have different levels, just like Amanda did, of 3 ways you have very clear, because I saw you do them at the live event, ways people can step in and work with you at different levels. And so some of it is in the beginning really blending, wanting to get those first people in and serve them and master what you're doing and make enough money that it speaks to your value. So there's a whole lot of pricing. Again, I get help from having a coach with pricing, because if you go out in the marketplace, you'll see everything from $60 to $60,000 for every kind of thing in this world. So it really is looking at your fee. You start with what is absolutely the lowest you would feel good about receiving for that value you're providing, rather than what could I get or what would people be willing to pay me, because that will always lead you down a wrong path.
Right, right. And I would say really pricing for the transformation that you're providing. So, and really valuing the transformation and understanding the value, the lifetime value of the transformation you're providing. I think a lot of, especially helpers, healers, service-based people, they don't understand the impact and they don't understand the value of the transformation. And they look around at the competition or, other practitioners in their similar fields, and they price that like that. They're like, well, this is the going rate, but obviously you have to do the math. And I think if you have a goal, let's say you want to make 6 figures, it's going to be really hard to make 6 figures charging $150 an hour for your coaching, or, $75 an hour, right? You want to package and you want to price.
And people,
yeah.
People get really clear on that. Once you start doing the math, people get really clear on that, and then they say, oh, I need to watch my money, and I need to do the math for my business. And you brought up the best point is when you build a personality brand and you're packaging a transformation, I had to stop selling my time, and I completely stopped selling individual sessions, and I packaged transformation and sold it, and then I never had to work a job again, and I built a full-time sustainable business. So that is key, and the earlier you can get that, the better.
Amen. Amen. And then, okay, the thought left me. Okay, so I hope that answers Polly. Any other questions? Press *2 or type it in. Okay, so Michelle, let's just summarize. You've given us so much. So like, if you were to conclude and just, share with everyone in a conclusion, what would you share with them? In a closing.
It would be two things. It would be to start looking at, are you building a personality branded platform based on your uniqueness? And if not, where can you start doing that now, which includes packaging transformation, stop selling time for dollars, and stop selling individual sessions, modalities, and processes, all those things we've talked about, and then realizing that you are speaking for your business online and offline all the time, and it is so powerful to get clients out of posts, out of Facebook Lives, all those places when you know how to do it. So once you can really drill down on this, pick a lane, which we've both said, and step out there and provide immense value so that people start coming toward you with their hands raised, because now they know what you have for them, and they want that, and they know they want it. They already know they want it, and they want it now.
Yeah.
And really learning to speak for your business and use speaking for your business. Get out there offline and then look at the ways you're speaking for your business online, making sure you're providing value and making sure that you are always calling people to action, and that you have a clear offer on the other side of that.
Yeah, pretty much amazing. Awesome. So good, Michelle. So valuable. So everyone be sure to be in touch with Michelle. She's got, everyone definitely download the kit, the personal branding kit. And then some of you might just want to get on the phone with her and strategize. And so get on the phone, and she only has 10 spots for that. And then if you're like, dude, I need help with this, I can't wait another minute, I've got to figure this out, she went from 50K to six figures once she picked her lane and declared who she was. And sometimes, this is very valuable. So I would jump on that as well. And otherwise, just get in touch with Michelle at michellebarr.com, or on Facebook as well, which is your name, your Facebook business page is Michelle Barr, I think, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. And then we will be sending out this recording for everyone. And if you're not on my list, make sure you go to my list, amandamoxley.com and then on the upper right-hand corner, there's a GIF called Heal Your Effing Money Story. And then you'll get on my list, and we'll send you out this recording. So, Michelle, thank you so much. You're an amazing woman, and I'm so grateful for your bright light and for you picking that lane and for all your success. And I wish you all the best. So thank you.
Thank you so much. It was great talking with you and the community.
Yay, I know. We had lots of people watching on the webcast, webcasting in and on the live line and on Facebook. So if you are watching this on Facebook, you can go ahead and share this link to anyone who you think would find value. A lot of people have posted that they got a lot of value from this. So this is for you if you want to learn how to be pursued versus you going out there and chasing people. So thank you so much. Have a beautiful day, everybody. Namaste. Ciao. Bye, Facebook. Thanks for watching.